Isabel Hilton is founder and senior advisor of China Dialogue. I asked her about the significance of John Kerry's visit to China.
It is always significant when the US and China talk, and in climate change it's the more significant because, as we know, they're the two biggest emitters. And when they don't collaborate, whatever anyone else does really makes very little difference. When they do collaborate, it makes an enormous difference. So yes, it's very important. Now, the best hope for this meeting, and this meeting comes, as you know, after a rather chilly period between the US and China, in which there haven't been any active climate talks. So there are a number of issues which were suspended and which can quite easily be recovered. For example, the collaboration on methane reduction is very important. Methane is a short-term but very, very damaging greenhouse gas. If we can reduce methane release, then we buy ourselves more time, which we rather desperately need. It's not a complicated issue. It's largely a technical issue. There is no reason why politics should get in the way of this very, very obvious and very important step. So that's one. The second one, I think, is if they can finish this meeting with a plan to develop the relationship on a working level and to build in areas of cooperation on a subnational level, I think that will be very important.
And how did the sudden suspension of climate cooperation by China last year hit that bilateral relationship with the United States? And how is Kerry working towards re-establishing cooperation?
The problem is that the political tensions between them hit the climate relationship. And I think that certainly John Kerry and I believe Xie Jinping really have worked very hard to try to protect the climate cooperation from the impacts of the wider politics. It's not easy, but it's very important. These are two global giants and they have a responsibility to the rest of the world, frankly, because, everybody suffers. It's not just China and the United States that suffer from climate change. Everybody on the planet suffers from climate change. So it is incumbent on the biggest leaders to work together and to work out ways. And there were certainly remarks in the readouts that we've seen so far from these meetings to work out ways of managing their differences, so that this very important conversation does not get derailed again.